Hey guys, welcome to the podcast. Listen, I know, I know, I was absent, and I'm here today. I'm here today to have fun again. The fun was a little rocky because I wasn't there for the previous episode that the guys had. But as the guys did it, I was there in spirit. I was there in spirit, and I had my good brother Luke was there. But today I'm here, and I'm going to be your host for tonight's show. So, along with my co-host for sure, Dr. G. How's it going, brother?
Hello, guys. Welcome to the podcast. We are live. Mr. Pack, he's back at it. So, as Mr. Pack stated, we're gonna have a great show for you guys tonight. Shut a lie. Mr. Pack is the host. Mr. Pat, how was your last weekend? How was the Super Bowl?
I mean, Super Bowl. The Super Bowl was wigged. I know people that are who are watching right now. They know this. The shit was rigged, bro. It's ridiculous. I mean, I lost a little something. It's not that crazy, but it's not fair to the supporters to actually for the system to rig a game like that. Get control of a game just because, I guess, just because they control everything.
What do you mean is a rig? I don't get it because
It was rigged because the way the game was it's like, dude, that last touchdown. Did you watch the game?
I did not.
All right, then we can talk about it.
I saw highlights story, so I can't. Yeah, keep going. It's not only me. You're talking for the audience too. So
Yeah, I mean, I'm not. First of all, I'm not into like football like that. I only watch the Super Bowl, guys. To be honest with you, here and there, you might see me watching a game, but I'm not into that. You might call me a weirdo for that, but it is what it is. But from my observation, I think this Super Bowl was rigged. That's what I think, and everybody's been saying the same thing too. So I'm gonna just leave it as that, bro. But yeah, we do have a podcast, topic for you guys today. The topic today goes by, hold on. Okay, the topic goes by, how does social media is affecting today's relationship. But before we jump into the topic, so PG-13, PG-18, right?
PG-18 it is.
PG-18, for sure. So, what do you have for us, Dr. G? Like, what's going on, man?
PG-18 guys. Put the kids to sleep, so it's time for PG-18. For question, would you like it bald or bunch?
Wait, what?
Would you like a ball, a Brazilian wax, or would you like a normal, natural,
Do I like a ball?
or bunch?
A b- I mean, I don't like the bush, bro. It could be trim a little bit. It could be trim a little bit. Like, what I'm saying? Like clean it up. But like, hands down, I'll take the ball for sure. Like, for sure. I'll
What?
take that.
Why is that?
Easy access, brother. Like, what kind of question is that?
Don't you like when you're working to get whatever you want? When you work hard for something, you feel like you achieve some. Don't you think it's a good thing for you to have the bunch that you can navigate to the maze that you can find out what you want? So, what don't you think is a good thing?
What is a good thing?
Hard work pays off, right? You have to work hard in order for you to get it. So
No,
when
bro,
you get it
I
too
don't
easy,
wanna. I don't wanna work hard for that. And you need to be honest with you, this thing can actually hurt your stuff too. Like, some people have, like, their hair down there is pretty sharpy, so gotta be careful out there. So
Hey, talking from experience, I hear you, my brother.
talking from yo, he said talking from experience. But hey, guys, if you guys have any PG-13 for us, make sure you set it on the live. So we can go ahead, maybe on the next time we can actually go ahead and talk about it.
Okay.
But yeah, guys, so let's jump into, well before I jump into it, I didn't ask G. He loves asking questions but not answering the questions, you know? Yeah, brother. How'd you like it?
I love me a Brazilian wax, so
Look at that.
it don't matter to me.
Look at that. And then you gonna go ahead and telling me that don't you know you gotta work for it? Dude, you're not even working for
Hard
it.
work pays off, right? So
You're not even working for it, but you want me to work
but to
for
be
it.
honest, though, it don't really matter to me, though.
Why?
As long as I feel I really into you, it really doesn't matter to me. To be honest,
Really?
yeah. And then plus I'm not a giver, so I don't like to give. So
I'm not a giver.
So-
I don't like to give. I'm sure I'm not the only one confusing with that statement.
like I don't like to go down per se. That's what I meant by that.
To
So,
go down.
like as you said, so percussion, so you don't want to catch yourself when there's a bunch down there. Yeah, you feel me? But if I was a giver, so I would like to get a good Brazilian wax, but as for me, I'm not a giver, so I prefer to receive.
Mm-hmm.
But I like it though. It really doesn't matter to me, to be honest with you.
What does not matter
Keep it
to you?
natural. Keep it a bunch. Keep it a ball. Whatever you like, it's up to you. It is up to you. Yep. What is the topic, Mr. Pat?
All right, guys. All right. You know, I'm trying to readjust. Okay, so the topic goes by how does social media is affecting today's relationship? I wanna, as you guys already figured, I wanna start with my co-host, Dr. G. How does social media affecting today's relationship? I want to say that on the aspect of, on an aspect where people are, seeing what other, influencers, I would say, or like other couples are doing to actually bring a conclusion to their relationship. And usually it might start with an argument or, oh yeah, look what they doing, or look what we're not doing, this and the third. But to be honest with you, a lot of times it is not coming from the man aspect, because I don't think men just look into social medias to see how couples are and then to come and give their girlfriend or the wife, like to just give the girlfriend or the wife a hard time. It's usually coming from the other side. I'm not saying there's not exceptions, but like when you see things like that, you're usually gonna come on the other side where they come to you and then giving you crap because of certain thing that they see on social media, and then they think like, oh yeah, why we not doing this? Why we not doing that? So, by me elaborating it as such, Dr. G.
Yes, sir.
How does social media affecting today's relationship today?
How does social media affecting relationship in today's society? In a bad way.
In a bad way. And
Yeah.
why is that?
As you said earlier, so I think that us human in general, so we the negativity runs like more quickly. We always see the negative parts of it, never the positive parts of it. So therefore, if you wise enough to use social media in a good essence, go for it. But as for me, as I'm seeing nowadays, social media is really, really, really bad for a relationship.
Why is it really bad?
Because people always trying to compare what they see when they know that it's not real. Social media is fake at the end of the day, because people never post something that they don't like, or they don't. Let me say it like that. People always post stuff that they waste, like they gotta get the angle. They think that that's gonna impress other people, to impress other people in a sense. So they never post the real them in a sense. They, especially nowadays, there's a AI going on. People even use AI to make the butt look bigger, the face look triangle, the filters. Like people, what you see on social media is not really what what it is for real.
Right.
Because catfish, there's a lot of catfish out there. So, as for me, you we probably see something on social media, and then you think that you should be like that with your partner, and then it's fake. And then you go to your partner, confront your partner about that. Oh, why don't we do that? Why don't we never do that? So you're trying to compare your relationship to what you have seen on social media, which is not good at all. And this is when divorces, breakups, and going on. That's the way I see it. So I don't think it's good at all.
Okay, so for our society, I know this is not part of the topic, so I wanted to ask you this question. For our society today, this month, it's the month of love, which is, you already know, Saint Valentine, right? Yeah, you know what I mean. So, it's Valentine's, right? So, do you think on that period of in that period of time right now, do you think this will actually play a major role on how a lot of relationship will be affected? Because there's so many men out there that don't celebrate that, and by somebody seeing on social media, influencer couple posts that say like how they, having it great and stuff like that. Do you think this could be an aspect of like how a lot of relationship could be affected, or like what's your point of view on that? And also, I want to ask you this: do you celebrate that day?
I mean, I do. Hold up. Yes, I do celebrate it, but on my term.
On your term.
Yeah, I don't like people pressure force me to do certain things I don't want to do. I do things on my term. You feel me? And that's one thing. If you cannot stand on your term, you will do stupid things, like the fact that you allow other people to influence you. That's when you. That's why I don't like social media like that, because it kind of influence your part. Even though you rise enough to know the good and bad, not because your partner is stupid or she or he doesn't know the good and bad, but sometimes other people get influenced quickly than other. You feel me? So as of now, what I'm seeing on social media, I don't follow what people are doing. I just do things what I want to do when I want to do it. Not just because I see a couple posting something like chocolate, flowers, a lot of things going on, and my partner comes to me or myself, I want to do it. The fact that I see somebody else doing it too. No, that's not the way it goes.
But when you saying that you do celebrate that day, but on your term, like I'm a bit confused there.
I mean, let me say it like that. Love, we can celebrate love anytime.
Okay.
Valentine's Day, somebody chose it. You know that, right? You know the story of Valentine's Days?
I'm
If you
listening.
don't know it, if you don't know it, go do your own research. That's why I don't. People are gonna tell me I'm kind of stubborn. I'm not a follower. If I'm gonna follow you, it has to be good for me. You get what I'm saying? If you know the story behind it, you will never celebrate Valentine's Days.
But you said
love.
you do it on your turn.
Exactly, love.
You did not say love, Dr.
I mean,
G.
Valentine's Days.
Well, brother, do not change your words. You did not say love. I asked you, do you celebrate Valentine's? You said yes, but on your turn.
That's what I said on my turn.
Yeah, so that means you do celebrate that day, and then now you want to talk about that. You want to talk about, if you know the meaning of that day, you will not celebrate. But you do celebrate that day on your turn.
Yes, that day or Valentine's Days. Let's be clear. Let's be precise with your question, Pete. Go ahead. Valentine's Days or that, like the day especially whenever there's Valentine's, so I have to do something.
Don't you know the day of Valentine's is February 14th?
Yeah.
Okay. You talk about like that day. Guys, what is he talking about?
All right, rephrase the question. I can answer you precisely.
Do you celebrate Valentine's?
No.
Why?
Because I know the story behind it.
Okay, so by being a man who does not celebrate Valentine's, do you think this could affect your relationship based on social media? Is posting a lot of cute things, quote unquote, about it, and a lot of females are posting or men are posting on what they do to their significant other or vice versa. And don't you think this maybe, I don't know how you you set up your marriage or relationship, don't you think this could be a actually starting point of affecting your relationship?
That's a good question. So, that's the key word that you already said it. I'm glad you said it too. Based on how you construct your marriage or your relationship, that's your job and your partner to do that. Don't allow people pressure, or don't be a follower, or just because somebody is. As I told you since the beginning, social media is fake. Social media is really fake. Trust me, especially nowadays, people don't post whatever you see on social media. Oh my God, it's not even 2% true of what people posting. So therefore, I don't follow what people do. I can't get I can get influenced by something somebody else do, but I have to see that it's good for me first, in order for me to influence by it, in a sense. I don't know if that makes sense. Therefore, the key word you already said is the way I construct my relationship. So if my partner comes to me and say, babe, why don't we do that? Why do you want to do it? Because we're going to ask questions. We're going to communicate first. And if I see your perspective, where you're coming from, and if it's going to be good for the both of us, I will do it. But if I see that the fact that somebody did it and then they don't even know what they did, they just see people doing it and then do it too, that's not me. How about you? Let me reverse the question. Do you still
So
Valentine's?
no, I'm not done with the question. So let me give you that scenario. Let's say, okay, since you married, let's say your wife sees something on social media and she likes it. It's something really cute about what the partner is doing, and maybe let's say on whatever she saw, it's not something that you do, and then she come to you and confronted you about it. Say like, hey, I would love you to do that because I think that's cute. So, what would be your reaction?
Do you want me to do it just because it's cute, or there's a meaning behind it? Or is it meaningful to you, or just because it's cute? I'm not gonna do it just because it's cute.
Okay.
As I told you, you see what they post. Probably not true at all. It probably took 3 hours to make that post, because in order for them to fix it, to use AI to fix their angles. I'm not gonna do all that shit.
Right.
You get me? So
we are not talking about like somebody's picture and all that stuff. I'm talking
for
about.
Instance,
I'm talking about like it's a cute gesture. Like say like, okay, so this guy put roses, from the men door to the bathroom, and candles and all that crap, like all these lovey-dovey stuff, right? And I'm not saying this is why it has to be, but let's just say that, okay? And then she saw it, and she likes it, and come to find out it's not something that you do in your relationship. And she comes to you and confronted you about it, say, yo, I think this is cute, and I would love for you to do that.
I mean, as I told you, if I see that he's gonna be worth it, this is what something that you really want to do, or something that you really like. After you show me the video, if I see that it's worth it to do it, I will do it, just to make you happy in a sense. But if it doesn't mean anything to you, I see that you just want to do it because you see somebody.
It's because she saw it.
No, that's the thing, Pete. That's what I told you. Sometimes people get influenced to do certain things.
Do you also know there's good influence?
Of course, there's good influence and bad influence. Sometimes people do stuff because they see something, they got influence, and then they want to do it too. But sometimes people just want to do things just because they've seen it. Get it? So me, I'm not gonna do anything just because you saw it. You gotta come correct with explanation, because I'm gonna ask you a lot of questions.
Okay, what about if you didn't know that she saw that gesture from a influencer, from a couple on social media whatsoever, and then she comes to you and telling you, yo, I think this is what I like, this is what I like, and fast forward, and it's been happening a lot, and you've been doing those things, and fast forward, you get to figure that, oh, the reason why she's putting all these, changing into what I do and things she would like me to do is based on what she's seeing on social media.
That's
so what would you do? And come to find out, these gestures or these romantic, scenarios she saw on social media are actually playing a good role in your relationship by you doing it, and you seeing a big change in your relationship. And when you find out that she was influenced by social media, what would you do? And that's one volume of the question. I have a lot of questions, brother.
Good.
The second one, it's sometimes some people come to you and say, I would like you to. It would be nice for you to do it, but some other people will not communicate on that aspect. They will just give you shit, as of like, yo, you gotta read my mind. You gotta understand what I just saw. The reason why I'm giving you attitude right now is because I just saw some crap. I mean, not some crap. I just saw some nice stuff or whatever. And I'm not getting this in my relationship. I'm not getting this in my marriage. And this guy is not doing it. And then you seeing yourself getting bad treatment and you don't even know why you're getting bad treatment. So in these two volumes of, in these two scenarios that I just gave you, right? It's like there's good influence, there's bad influence, right?
Yes.
So the good influence, I would explain to you what it is. The bad influence is if like there's no communication. She just be seeing those things, but she's expecting those things from you and not knowing that maybe she should have communicated to you. Because she doesn't communicate it to you and she's giving you crap. So your relationship is actually like lumping and you don't even know why. And when you find out it's social media, so what would you do on the good part of the influence and the bad part of experience? So I'm listening.
All right. First of all, that's what I said. That is the way you construct your relationship. When you get in a relationship with somebody, like you got to sit down and have a talk at least. Are you a follower or are you a leader? As for me, I'm not a follower. I don't follow what people do.
Facts.
If I do it, trust me, I want to do it, and it's gonna be good for me at the end of the day. So I know women is easy to get influenced. I get that. All of us, I know that. And then I'm not trying to be sexist, but it's that's why the commercial goes most. They do commercial mostly for women. And then as for me, as I said, so I'm gonna have a sit down with you. Why do you wanna do it? Just because you see somebody doing it, not because that's why you wanna do it, or you just wanna do it because you wanna do it. I might do it once. The second time, I'm gonna ask you a lot of questions. Because at the end of the day, as I said, most things on social media are fake. So you probably see them doing certain things that you wanna do, but they are certain levels. There's a level they at, so we're not there yet. So why do you wanna be on that level where we're not in step 3 and then we're not in step 1 yet?
Yeah,
we have worked. We have to work together towards wherever you wanna be in a sense. You get what I'm saying? So, social media, in general, as I said, is a bad thing for a relationship. It is really a bad thing. For business, it could be a good thing. For relationship, especially nowadays, when it's a bad thing. People are always trying to compare. At the end of the comparison is a steal of joy. Whenever you could try to compare yourself to somebody else, you're gonna be sad. You're gonna be depressed. You're gonna be everything bad gonna come towards you. Why would you why would you like to do that to yourself? You don't do that. You don't follow people. Don't get me wrong. People post cute things. So okay, that's cute. You can't even like it if you want.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean I'm gonna do whatever you do.
But you do also know there's good influence. There's good influence and there's bad influence. It's not a matter of follower. Like, cause there's a lot of great page that I follow on social media, like page of motivation and stuff like that. People that do things that I think that is like beneficial for the brain and beneficial for somebody's life. Things that
But we're talking about relationship.
I know we're talking about relationship, but also the same way you can follow a page that's motivational page and stuff like that. You can follow a love page and actually see what they do and then say like, oh, I think this. I'm not saying to do whatever they doing from A to Z, but at least you can see something positive and you're like, oh, I think this is cute. So if I should go out and bring this into my relationship.
But as I told you, people in some levels that we are not yet, or we are in some level that people maybe they are starters. We are expert of it, so we've been done that. So why would you want to do that again? Some people are beginners. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah,
they are in love. They are in honeymoon mood.
Right.
They are in the honeymoon mood. So we passed that step. So why would you want to go back? They're doing it. That's good.
But
no,
I
that's
don't.
good.
Here's the thing. I know social media. Can affected your relationship. Depending how you go about it. But also you can find some positive, influences, some positive ideas that actually can bring light into your relationship. So I'm not gonna sit there and fully agree with you as far as yes, it's gonna affect your relationship because it's depend of how you go about it. Like me and you always say, it's all about your perspective, right?
Yes.
If your perspective is about the bads, it's always gonna bring the bad into your relationship. So,
Indeed.
so I think social media, as bad as it sounds, it could also play a good role into your relationship. It depends. It all depends of how you go about it and how you communicate to your partner about
So
it.
give me an example of a good way.
Well, a good way. Let's say like, okay, so let's say you wanna bring your partner, I don't know, like to a date or whatsoever, and you look up to see like, oh, okay, I saw this couple post that they went to this such and such restaurant, and then you go ahead and do your own research, not just see it. You do your own research about the restaurant, and you're like, okay, so I think this is a good place. I should bring her there. It's just an example. I'm not saying this is how it has to be. Since you asked me for an example, so it could just be that. It doesn't have to be. Or like let's say like you see a couple go to a place, like to a vacation, to an island, and you're like, oh, I like this island. I think it was a good place. Obviously they influence you in some way. They influence you to bring something positive to your relationship, where you will bring your partner to a place that she never been, and the only reason you probably know about that place, you could have easily do the research yourself. But let's say like if you go on social media, you saw it and that caught your attention. Now you go ahead and do your research and then you bring your wife there. That does not mean this was a bad influence.
Okay.
That was not a bad influence. Don't you think so?
Yeah,
Do you think that was a bad influence?
that was not a bad influence, but at first you should have known that is it that you wanted, let's say what if somebody influenced you to do something, it's because you wanted to do it. You been wanted to do it. So therefore, as you said, you could have done your research.
You could have done the research,
Yeah.
but it won't hurt.
It won't hurt, child.
It won't hurt to see like, okay, let me see somebody who went there.
Mm-hmm.
Although that whatever they're gonna post is just it's not real, but at least you will get the idea of what you could be doing there if you
Okay.
go there. Like this is just one example.
Got it.
There's tons of other things that social media couple can influence you, but yet again you have to be a smart person to know like what is positive about what they trying to influence me about and what is negative, or how can I implement that into my relationship and stuff like that. And all these for you to find resolve on that, it's always based on communication, bro.
I agree.
Since we always talk about it. So yeah, so that's my point on that. So you said you think it's a bad influence. I think it's how you go about it.
So there's always exception in the rules, to be as you've been saying. So it could be everything bad could be good. I don't know if that makes
Facts.
sense. So
Yeah.
everything bad can be good. But
Perspective.
exactly. So as for us, it's because we're smart enough to know this is what I wanna steal from your post. You feel me? The positive part of it. But in general, the majority of the time, social media is affecting relationship in a bad way.
I can agree to a certain extent. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. It has to be about you as a person. Like, how does your brain works?
Yes.
How does your brain work? Do you see that and then run by it? Are you like a monkey see, monkey do? Do you see like because like social media couples, they're always posting the goods, the goods, the goods, the
Never
goods.
the bad side of it.
Never the bad side. So like when you see them posting the goods, the goods, the goods, and some days you see you arguing with your partner, you're like, yo, I'm not saying this on the men aspect because I don't think we operate like that. And they're gonna be like, although there's exceptions, of course. But like, yeah, so like you shouldn't see as of like, okay, their life is really all about positivity every day. Their life is not always about flowers, but they can influence you about some positivity that you can actually bring to your life.
Right.
You don't have to take whatever they post as a burden to affect your relationship because you're not getting it. If you see you not getting it, then at least introduce that. If you see something that you think it's cute, you can always introduce that into your relationship. You don't have to be
Trying to compare.
trying to compare what you having and what they having, because obviously what they having is not reality. It call they are influencers for a reason. They trying to influence you. They trying to give you all the cute things.
Yeah.
People get influenced about two things: the bads and the cute things. The things that can put a smile on their face or make them laugh. You know, that's what they're gonna do, for sure.
And then there's a recent study, multiple studies that says that people who are in a relationship that post regularly, they are most likely to be unsatisfied in a relationship. People that post all the time about their relationship, because
they're most likely the least
saddest relationship.
Yeah,
the least happiest relationship. So so people that who are in a relationship who really are happy, they are in private. That page in private. They don't really.
That's
post
facts.
Yeah.
That is facts.
They barely post, so they don't post stuff like that. So that's where I stand. So
I even talked to my partner and said I did. I think I want to go private so bad, like, you know.
Yeah.
And I think me and my partner, we do have a page together, and we barely post lately because it's just like, all right. I think people that's just like posting a lot usually, like I said, they're influencers. If me and my partner ended up being influencers, we're gonna post a lot. But that doesn't mean this will be your life and like
you just say you're gonna post a lot.
Yeah, so if we ended up being an influencer, right? Like a couple influencer, if you wanna say. That would be a job. So our job would be to create content.
So even though when you're not happy,
even though if you're not happy, even though you're mad, even though you just had an argument, so your job is to create content. So you're going to create content.
So that's why I said people are not supposed to follow social media.
Exactly. You don't have to follow. You can take that as an idea of things that you can bring into your relationship. You should not see it and then bring trauma to your relationship or bring chaos.
Even in the Bible, Mr. Bell, even in the Bible it says faith comes by hearing and listening all the time, right?
Right.
So if you have a follower, she or he follows you all the time, and then you keep posting, as you said, this is a job. It becomes as a job, as a couple influencer, right? So that becomes like a job to you because you're gonna keep posting, even though you're not happy on that. So people are gonna see that they're gonna think that you're always happy because you never.
They wouldn't know that.
They wouldn't know that you're not happy in the relationship. They're gonna think that okay, no, they're always happy. They always do that. So they're gonna get influenced by whatever you're posting. They're gonna think this is the real life.
It's all about how they're gonna go about it.
It does not, as I told you. You become influenced by what you have listening all the time. Like when the moment you listen it more than 3 times or 5 times, he become like your mind conditioned to be like that all the times, and which is like this is not life.
Facts.
You feel me? So that's why I'm saying like me. Hey, I can't. I'm not everybody else, and who am I to judge?
But there's good influence. You know that.
Good influence.
There's good influence. There's bad influence. So I do think there's also good influence. You know, you don't have to focus on the negativity. You feel what I'm saying?
Of course.
Like when we first got to the studio, right? Mm-hmm. So guys, me and G was talking about, we had a random conversation about people that are crazy in the street. Like, you know, these people that are crazy either from drugs or whatsoever, they ended up being crazy in the street. And we're like, yo, don't you think we think they crazy? Don't you think they think we are crazy? Because we're not experiencing what they're experiencing. We're not in their world, right? We in that society where, okay, so if you act a certain way, you crazy, but mentally they're in a different world. So they looking at us as crazy, the same when we're looking at them as crazy. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then we ended up saying it goes by perspective. I was like, there you go.
Yes, sir.
So that's what I'm saying. It doesn't mean that, you know, just because you're seeing people always showing that they're happy.
But it become a part of you that you think that's life. That's how they really are. Like that's why most of the time they bring it into their relationship. They say, you see, they're always happy, they're always traveling, they're always doing that, but they don't really know the full story of it.
Yeah.
You get me? So that's why I'm saying like just be wise enough to choose wisely. So don't see what people are doing. Think about yourself, what you want to do at the end of the day.
Facts.
You can always pick something good about people that you see on social media, but if you stay on social media for more than 7 hours a day, so that's a lot. And then by consuming a lot of posts, you're gonna think that this is real life because you're gonna condition your mind in a sense. So the more you listen to it, the more you're gonna condition your life. Then you're gonna think
Yeah.
life is like that until it's too late for you. So that's the way I see it.
Nah, I mean, I agree on that note. You know, I don't think you should just sit there and then just looking at what couples are doing in social media. I mean, me agreeing on the part of positivity of, you know, a couple that can influence you to do good things does that mean like I'm telling people to just go on social media, stay on social media 24/7 looking at what couples are doing that you're not doing. If you're consuming that 24/7, that means your relationship is already lumping. It's already bad because now you are searching for a fairy tale. You know, you searching for like a dream relationship right now because whatever you have, it's not it, and you're not doing nothing to solve the problem. So you go on social media to see what you could be doing, but you're not doing it. You know, social media is not gonna bring the answer to your problem. It's not gonna bring the answer to whatever you're going through in your relationship. But one thing social media can do, give you an idea of how you can fix certain things.
Relationship.
Yeah, well, not in full details, but let's say like can give you like a nice gesture a nice gesture that you can do, especially if you liking this in your relationship.
Okay.
Agree or disagree?
I mean, I can agree with that.
What other people has to say, man? What do they have to say?
Before we go to the comments, I can agree with that, but in today's world, there's something called algorithm. The moment you look
The algorithm?
Yeah, the algorithm. So the moment you watch this, they're gonna keep because
they're gonna keep pushing you the algorithm,
because they want you to stay for the longest on the platform. So the moment you see that, and then they're gonna give you another one to watch. They're gonna give you another one to watch, and then in your mind you're gonna say, "You never done that for me. Oh, she's never done that for me." Now you're gonna be in a situation to compare your partner, and then which is not the case. As I said, social media is fake at the end of the day. People never post what they don't like. People always post like, "Oh, they are happy all the time. They traveling all the time," which is BS most of the time. So. It's up to you. If you wise enough, you're on social media, pick wisely, and then you can learn from. As I said, you can always learn. It's all about the perspective, the way you wanna, the way you wanna see it. Because as I be saying, the way you look at the cups that you look like change. So if you look at and the blindly way, so you're gonna be blind and trying to compare your partner with whatever you have seen on social media.
Yeah.
So you wanna go to the comments? You said.
Yeah, for sure.
Yes, sir.
All right, Solomon said, "Hey, good evening, all. Good evening, brother." And Katya is in the house.
Miss Katya.
Yes, Katya. She said Patrick is back. I'm back.
Yes, man.
I'm back. You know, I never left. By the way, I was there in spirit.
Yes, sir.
You know, she proceeded to say, "Chew." She said, "So you look at what people do in social media to make your relationship work, Patrick?" Well,
good question.
I don't think I was talking about my relationship in particular. So the examples I was giving, it was a general example. It was general. It was not personal. I'm not gonna sit there and explain what I do in my personal relationship, right? Yeah. But I was giving a general example as of like how it could be a good influence. Like, you know, there could be good influence. There could be, you know, bad influence too. It's all about how you see it. Yeah. So this is where I was going with it. And she said she agreed with G. So Katya, when are you not agreeing with G?
Katya, please be jealous.
She always agree with you, brother. She proceeded to say, before this couple posts this picture, do you know how many times they have been fighting in that restaurant? LOL. That's true.
That's so true.
That is true. They probably been fighting, and then they go ahead and post that beautiful, whatever picture or they. Yeah, it's highly possible. Yes. But what we're saying is, let's not focus about them could be fighting. Let's focus about that beautiful gesture that being posted in social media, and that could actually bring a positive light to your relationship, depending on how you go about it.
That's right.
If you want to go about it as of like, okay, so I just see that and not communicating with your partner, and you start being rude, you start being, clanky with your partner. So now it's bad. Now you're watching what people are doing, and then because you're not doing it and you're not even bringing it, and you think you can give your partner a hard time. So now it's bad. So it's good to communicate with your partner and say like, yo, I just saw that. I think we should do this one day.
But it's easy to say because after so many things they have seen, so you think they're gonna say, how would I do this? How would I do? They're gonna have time to communicate. Cause they've been seeing, as I told you, algorithm. They give you so many things that if you watch that, they're gonna give it.
But
to you.
you should not let an algorithm drive you. You should not let an algorithm control you, Dr. G. I mean, you way better than that.
That's us, my brother. How we like everybody else?
Yeah, but we're telling the people right now.
Exactly.
We're telling the people, don't let the algorithm control you. Don't let the algorithm, actually you can. Everybody like what they like. If you want to get posts or videos that will be good for you, start liking those things.
So
and each time you open your social media, you are not gonna be mad.
What is good for you is not good for everybody else. So people like.
Well, that's what I'm saying. They're gonna have to pick what they want the algorithm to give them.
So whatever cute couple, that's what's good for them. So they're gonna keep watching it. And then,
whatever.
They're gonna get influenced by that.
But they don't have to act, bad towards it.
Temptation is really strong, my brother.
So you saying watching couples in social media is temptation?
Temptation.
Somebody
to argue about certain things, like you said. So if you keep seeing couples are doing really good, and then we are here not doing anything,
right?
What you gonna think? You're not gonna.
But that's what I'm saying. You gotta communicate. You have to communicate with your partner or with your wife, whatsoever. You gotta communicate that. If something is bothering you, it will solve through communications. You're not gonna sit there and expecting the person to read your mind just because. Just because you just saw something on social media and you're like, oh, what the heck she's not doing this, or what the heck he's not doing this. It's like, bro, communicate. Let them know what's up. Don't sit there thinking like, oh, they're gonna understand. The funk that you're having right now, don't expect they're gonna understand that, because the funk you're having is because you just saw something nice and you would want to have in your relationship, but you're not having it. But you're not also communicate that to your partner.
There's something called, as you be saying, emotional intelligence. So
bro, get out of here. Somebody come get G. Come get Dr. G.
Enough to read your partner's
emotional intelligence. What are you talking about? Emotional intelligence.
I said it though.
Yeah, you get to have that emotional intelligence through communication, through understanding, bro. I think we keep using these mannerisms a lot, like understand, like these words are like understanding, communication. It's like, I think our audience is gonna get over it. Like, they're gonna get over it. Like, it's that, dude. It's not that hard, guys. Chat. It's not that hard. It's really not that hard. It's through communications and understanding.
For Mr. Pat, it's not that hard.
It's really not that. I mean, it's gonna be challenging. Nothing is easy.
There you go, challenging.
So, yeah. But it's not that hard.
Yeah.
So,
I agree with that.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, Petit Wobeta. Petit Wobeta, say good evening, everyone. Mark Francois. Who's Mark Francois again?
Jerry Mix.
Jerry Mix.
And the house. What's going on, Jerry?
Yeah. Yo, Jerry's in the house, man. Jerry's in the house. Welcome, brother. Yeah, man. It's that, man. I'm all about positivity and how somebody can get influence in social media. It's not always about bad things. Okay. It could be good things.
Exceptions or you balance it?
I'm not talking about exception. I'm talking about
50,
it could be.
50?
Yeah, it could be good things. It's how you go about it, Dr. G. I'm sure you
go about it, Mr. Pat. Explain yourself better, because I don't get.
I did give you an example, or two examples.
I think it could be exceptions, Mr. Pat.
Exceptions about what?
Listen, Mr. Pat, as I told you, social media is more bad than good.
We all know that.
Especially when it comes to relationship.
We all know that. Hello, Mano. Welcome.
So even in the Bible, it says you become what you think about what you have seen or what you see consistently. So if you're on social media, and then as I told you, algorithm is a big thing. So whatever you watch, they're gonna keep giving it to you because they want you to stay longer on that platform. So if you keep watching it, then you gonna your mind is gonna be conditioned.
If it's a bad thing, Dr. G.
Listen, Mr. Pat, it's not. It doesn't have to be a bad thing, right? Let's say you keep watching people traveling, right? Couples traveling.
Okay.
It's been a year. You and your partner haven't traveled yet. So
okay,
she's seen that. She's watching people traveling, and they never talk about traveling, right? Don't you think that's gonna be a thing in her mind? In her mind, like gonna think like, why we never do it, Mr. Pat? Why we never travel?
She can't communicate with you.
Okay, and about if she asks you, and then
she can't say that.
And about if she comes to you, communicates to you, then at that moment you don't have the money or you don't have.
It doesn't matter if I don't have it at that moment. I'll say like, well, okay, babe, I hear you out.
So
we will right now. No, G. Guys, come get this guy, man.
No, good.
Listen, it's if she comes to you,
yes,
and telling you like, yo, listen, it's been a while we haven't traveled. I've seen this place. I think we should go. Okay, financially, you're not quite there. You can easily communicate back to her. Say like, listen, I don't think financially it's a smart decision for us to make to travel right now. But okay, this is the end of this month or end of the year or by next year, we should be good financially to take this trip.
Okay.
That's it. That's what it takes, man. And I say you don't have to give her shit because of that.
Mr. Pat, I said you don't have the time, you don't have the money to travel, right? And then
yeah.
You explain it to her like that. And then she said, okay, babe. And then she go back on social media. She keeps seeing like the months pass by. We don't have the time.
So now it's gonna be up to your partner, man. If she comes, she sees something. She comes to you. She communicate with you, and you gave it an answer, and you say like, "Listen, it's not gonna happen now. It's not gonna happen quite now as you want it. But just be patient with us. Be patient with a financial situation. This and a third. I don't see what's wrong with that, bro. So now if she's constantly nagging about this shit each time she sees it, she's nagging and she's giving you a hard time. Now it's a bad thing. Like after I communicate with you and you get to understand where I'm coming from, or I get to understand where you're coming from, and I set up a plan, and now you're gonna come back and nag me about it, so now we're gonna have a problem.
What kind of problem?
Now we're gonna have a problem. Now we're gonna argue. Now I'm gonna be fed up. Like, yo, you just see that shit on social media. Now you trying to come and give us a hard time, trying to argue. I don't have time for that. You know what I'm saying?
The case, my brother.
Well, depend who you dating, guys. Watch out who you dating.
It doesn't matter, man. People get influenced easily. So as
we all get influenced, Dr. G.
That's what I'm saying. Social media is a bad thing. We all get influenced. What do you
well,
think I'm talking?
There's good influence. There's bad influence.
What is good and bad influence, Mr. Pat?
Dude, like you want me to keep...
No. You keep saying there's good and bad. Whatever is bad can be good. Whatever is good can be the
yeah.
bad. It's up to you.
Okay.
Or the way you use it, right? So
I said I don't like giving personal... Okay, so it's out of the topic,
you
right?
You don't have to give personal example.
No, it's not something crazy.
Okay.
It's out of the topic. So like I'm trying to explain to you why there's bad influence and there's good influence. So I got into crypto trading because of social media, and that's a good influence.
Have you lost any money?
No. You don't lose money when you trade. You don't lose money. If you're selling, that's when you're losing money. Personally, I'm a long time trader, so I know it's not part of the topic. So that's what I'm saying.
No.
There is good influence.
Hold up, P, Mr. Pat.
Go ahead.
That's the second volume of the topic. So Let's stay in relationship first, and after that.
No, I'm giving you an example.
And that's not a relationship, though.
It doesn't matter.
It does matter.
It's something that I saw on social media, and I was like, "Yo, I want to learn about this shit."
No, the second.
But it's how I went about it. Like if I were to see like people were trading, people were getting crypto, and I was like, oh my god, I need to get into it. And I never do something about it. I'm like, oh my god, I need to get into it. So now it's gonna be a problem. So now I'm consuming something that I'm not doing nothing about it.
Mr. Bad.
That means I'm not learning. I'm not getting influence about something that I can learn, that I can improve my life about.
Mr. Bad.
Social media, like I said, got me into crypto. And obviously, I went and educate myself about that type of trading. And quite frankly, I like it. You know what I'm saying? So, I know it's not part of the topic, but that's what I'm saying. So you can get good influence. It's about couples, right? You can get good influence about certain things you see in social media, depending on how you go about it. If you see something, if you see how they doing certain things, and you're not doing that, obviously you can have your own way. You don't have to do it from A to Z from what you saw. You can get an idea of things, what to do, man. You can get an idea of what extra light you can bring into your relationship to brighten it out.
Mr. Bat, let me tell you something. We're talking about a relationship. The example that you give, everybody can. Me, I'm on social media. My algorithm is about motivational speakers.
There you go.
Listen. That's not. We're not. Nah, that's two different topics though. And for relationship is something different. And general social media, bad or good, it could be bad, it could be bad, could be good. We can balance it 50-50. But when it comes to relationship, we're talking about relationship. Mr. Pat, right? That's what the previous topic. So we're talking about relationship. Is it good or bad for a relationship? Me, I told you it's a bad thing for a relationship.
And I said it could be a good thing depending on how you go about it.
Everything bad can be good.
Yeah.
Exactly. So is it
we can agree to disagree.
Mr. Bad, you have to pick one. As I said, whatever is good could be bad. Whatever bad could be good. Yeah. So when it comes to relationship, I'm talking about when it comes to relationship, social media is a bad thing.
Right.
There's always rules. There's always exception in the rules. So am I gonna say that it doesn't help some relationship? Of course it does. But the majority of the time it's a bad thing for a relationship. That would be a personal problem to whoever it's happening to. What do you mean?
Yeah, it's because you weak-minded.
Most women, why do they say that commercial is they do it 80% of the time for women? Because women are easy to get influenced. I'm not being sexist. Women are easier to get influenced. Us, we know. Most guy knows.
I see all the bullshit. Like I would be watching a commercial. I'm like, yeah, right.
Exactly.
That's why I don't watch the news because I see the bullshit. I'm like, man. And the fact that a lot of people sitting there consuming these news, bro, and you start talking to them, they talk exactly as what they watch. What you consume is what you are.
Is that what I've been saying, Mr. Pat?
Okay. It depends on what you're consuming. Guys, say something. This guy's...
All right, let's go to the comments.
This guy's getting me tight today, man. It's all about how you go about it. What you consume is what you are. If you're consuming bad things, then you're going to do bad things.
Mr. Pat, especially when it comes to social media, as I said, when it comes to relationship, people don't post. Like when it comes to the example that you took, right? Let's leave that for later. But when it comes to relationship, people never post the bad things. They always post like, I'm traveling. Oh, I'm so in love. You're giving me flowers. They're always posting the fake thing. Like they took forever to post.
It's human nature. Okay. Let me ask you this. You have a social media. Do you post that you just woke up? Do you post that you taking showers butt naked? Yeah. You don't do that. Okay. Because this is not appealing for your... This is not what you're trying to influence people about, right? Do you post that, oh, you just woke up like your face look like all floppy or all swollen? Do you just post that, oh, yeah, I just woke up and I feel good? You don't do that. You post pictures or videos that you think that can motivate somebody.
Yo, Mr. Bat.
This is not your everyday life.
Mr. Bat, let me tell you that's two different things. We're talking about a relationship. When it comes to
I know we're talking about relationship, but we're also talking about...
Mr. Pat, if you're going to take that example, let me give you an example. Like working out, right?
Yeah.
You have seen people fight and then they post it, right? And then
Yeah.
they say the improvement. They show people the improvements, right? Have you ever seen that in a relationship on social media?
Um,
People start didn't like each other, and then all of a sudden they posting stuff. I'm traveling. I'm doing this. I'm doing that.
well, if you look at the some of them have a story.
Anyways, let's go to the
Guys, come on.
stories.
Some of them have a story. Some of them have a story of how they met.
It's always about love stories, right?
But you
Which
gotta
is cute.
understand, it's all about influence. It's all about who you try, the audience you trying to influence. Okay, that's just how it is, Dr. G. I'm sure you have social media. You don't post bad things. You only post good things, and that does not mean you don't have bad things in your life.
We talk. You got
Okay,
it,
that
sorry.
goes for social media. Okay,
You
a
got
couple
it.
will not post them
Dude.
fighting. It's obvious that they will not post them fighting. Like, it's not appealing to the viewers. It's not appealing to whoever they try to influence. It's not appealing.
We're not talking about social media in general. As I said, social media could be good and bad. We're talking about social media affecting relationship.
Yes,
So
it
let's
is a tools that can affecting relation that can affect your relationship if you're not communicating properly. Yes, if you weak minded, if you operating as a child, which, as we know, lots of don't like social media influence women more, like in relationship wise, it influence women more than men because they see certain thing and then they don't communicate to their partner and then they go along and give the guy a hard time. But that does not mean the woman that is taking that information and bring a positive light into her relationship with it. That does not change the fact that exceptions also exist.
Exception doesn't make the rules, Mr. Pat.
It does not make the rules, but it does exist.
Who says it doesn't exist? I've never
All
said
right.
that. Every rules has a
So
has exception. So
for the women that are seeing what people are doing and then they're not getting the relationship, my personal advice to you is to communicate with your partner. Say like, hey babe, I just saw this and I like it. I would love us to do it. So now if he gets mad, okay, it depends on how many times you bring it. But if he gets to tell you like, okay, so you just saw that, okay, he can tell you like, okay, I am not the guy who gonna be doing that. But there's there's tons of other things that I do that you're not seeing on social media, and I'm not that guy that's gonna be doing what you want. But if this is what you really want, maybe I might try that out. You know, or you can be the same guy too that can say like, no, you're not gonna get that from me, and period. And she should not be and you as a female, you should not be a child about it and still be mad just because he's not putting flowers on the table every week does not mean he does not do other romantic things. So that's what I'm saying to you, G. Yes, it could affect a relationship, but based on how you communicate about it. If she's not communicating to you, okay. If she's not communicating to you and she's making a funk about it, and you also not communicating with her, obviously it's gonna bring some issues here. It's gonna bring issues into your relationship. But like, if y'all communicating and you telling her where you stand, hey, I'm not gonna do that, or okay, I'll do it one day, or I'm not gonna do that, but you know the good things that I do, and if she go and still be mad about it, so now it says a lot about whoever you're dating.
All right, Mr. Pat, let's go to the comments. Let's go to the comments.
Let's go to the comment, guys.
Yes, go ahead.
Cause G just turned me on.
All right, go ahead,
All
my
right,
brother.
let's go. Don Mano, what's up, brother? How's it
What's
going?
going on, Don?
He says not everything on social media is bad, which is true.
Yeah,
That's
right.
what I'm trying to tell
Mr.
Dr.
Pat,
G. I'm trying to
Mr.
tell
Pat.
our doctor
Mr. Pat,
that not everything on social media is bad.
Mr. Pat. We're talking about social media in general. Of course, it's not. It's good and bad at the same time.
Okay.
When it comes to relationship, is it affecting relationship in a bad way? Yes.
Depending how we go about it, but okay, let's
Yeah,
go. Let's go jump into
continue.
it.
Let's continue.
And Don proceed to say, there are some things on social media. Okay, so I think this statement is not completed.
He said there are some good things on social media.
There are some good things on social media. Yeah, true that.
Mhm.
It can be both. It depends on how you use the information that you got from social media.
But
that is true.
Don Mono, let's be specific. We're talking about relationship, okay?
Yeah, it depends how you use it, Dr. G.
Mr. Pat.
Come on, brother.
Mr. Pat. In general, social media could be bad and good. Could be good or bad. But when it comes to relationship, does it affect relationship in a bad way or in a good way? Mostly bad.
Because of how the person thinks.
It doesn't matter, Mr. Pat.
If she or he weak-minded, so obviously it's going to affect your relationship, but you can take the good thing out of it. And Don said, Mr. Pat, call for the cavalry. Okay. Well, you better call us. Do we have the number up?
Yeah, we have the number.
Yeah, we have the number up.
732-522-8478.
Wuku, welcome, Wuku mommy.
Wuku mommy, welcome in the house.
Welcome in the house. Welcome in the house. We thought you left us. We thought you left us. We're like, oh man, but welcome back. She stated that social media, like everything else, you use it or abuse it, and that's where the negativity kicks in, and issues occur. True. Keep it real, pips. Hey, she always comes with the banger, man. She always comes with the banger.
That's facts.
That is facts. But that's what I'm trying to explain to you, Dr. G.
But we got to stay on topic, Mr. Pat.
I think we're on topics here.
No. Because the topic has two volumes of it. So the first one, does social media affecting relationship in a bad or a good way? Or does social media, the second volume of this question is, does social media play good or bad roles in general? So if you're talking about in general, so I agree with everybody, yes. But when it comes to relationship, does it affect relationship in a good way?
It could.
It could. As a P, that's do it could. Yes or no? Good or bad? Does it affect relationship in a good or bad way? You have to pick one.
It could, brother.
When you said could,
this is such a
Mr. Pat, whenever you said could, that's me.
It's complex, brother. This question is complex. You can't just you can't just answer with a yes or no. I'm not gonna be biased about it.
P.
You know, it could. It could affect the relationship depending on how you go about it.
There's always gonna be exceptions, Mr. Pat.
And we all know that. We all know that.
We've been saying that for the longest. So,
okay, so
is it affecting relationship in a good or in a bad way? What is it? Good or
both?
Bad? Okay.
Both.
All right, let's continue with the topic.
Right. Don says, for the weak mind, G. Exactly. For the weak-minded one, bro. If you're a weak-minded person, obviously it's gonna affect your relationship because you're not communicating. You're consuming these quote unquote those good images on social media, but yet again you're not communicating with your partner. Say like, yo, I just saw that. I just saw G and his wife went to the Bahamas. I think they had a great time, babe. What do you think if we go? You can just say like, oh, okay, so not this year, but next year we can go. So I don't see anything bad. So now, if the person just see you and your wife go to the Bahamas and they're like, they tight, giving the husband attitude, giving the boyfriend attitude, this and the third, and not even explaining why they tight, thinking like the boyfriend's supposed to read their mind. So now it's toxic. It's toxicity, bro. Yeah. So now first off, you're not communicating and you're consuming social media with couple influencers. Couple influencers don't ever post what they go through. They post good things that you could do. It depends on how you go about it. But anyways, Wuku mama. If social media is causing issues in a relationship, you might want to question the health of the relationship itself. Perhaps just saying. Hey, could say any better. Could it say any better?
So, do you agree with that comment?
Of course, I agree with that comment. What you mean? Why would I not agree with that comment? You gotta check yourself. You should not consuming social media and thinking like it's gonna affect your relationship. And if your partner is bringing that to you, you need to have a sit down with her or with him, to say like, hey, let's get this shit straight. Mm-hmm. I might not be taking you to vacation every month or every year, but there's good things here. You should not just see what you see this couple's doing and thinking like this is how you're gonna justify what we have. But yet again, that does not mean like if you see someone go to a trip, or it doesn't have to be trip, guys. It could be anything else. Any romantic moves that a social media couple posts, you can take that as an example of things that you can bring into your relationship. You don't have to see that and be tight. You sound like a better person. Like you tight, like you envious. It's like, oh, you envious of what G and his wife has, and because you're not doing what G and his wife is doing, and you envious, you mad, you big mad, you mad, man. You know, so like it's not right, it's not healthy.
Okay.
Wuku said, "Hola from Cali." Hey, listen, that's consistency, man.
Yeah, that's consistent.
That's dedication, and
Yeah,
we like that,
appreciation.
Wuku Mama, and we love it. We
Yeah,
love it,
appreciation.
and we hope you having a great time in Cali.
Best ever.
You know, and you're enjoying your time, and yeah, and I know we probably can guess that you are, for sure. Yeah. Don Mano says mostly bad ways, guys.
There you go.
Wait, what?
Said mostly in a bad way. In a bad ways.
Well, I'm not sure why he's saying that for.
Alright, yeah,
Don't think he's in your side, brother.
I'm not. I'm not. I don't think it's in my side. I'm just saying. Just you can't elaborate, Mr. Don Mono. Yes. As for me, that's we all human at the end of the day. This is what I'm gonna say. We all human at the end of the day. So don't think that you're strong enough not to get tempted on social media. That's why you have to be wise enough to know what you watching or not watching, and then how much time you spend on social media. If you're gonna think that social media not gonna influence you in certain ways, and then you sit on this for 7 hours, good luck to you, break your leg. But as for me, social media, when it comes to social media, your partner stay on there for a long time, you stay on there for a long time, and then don't lie to ourselves. All of us got egos. People post something that they can see that okay is in my benefits. Let me post it. Let me repost it. Vice versa, which is there's nothing wrong with that. But at the end of the day, I might think that social media is not affecting relationship in a bad way. Of course, definitely, because people are gonna see stuff like what they what they think is gonna be good for them. Like if they see like something says okay, treat your as I'm talking about. Like, okay, let me take the example about me. If I see something that says that as a man you should have your woman stay home, you should work 2 jobs to take care of your woman. Am I gonna post that? No, I'm not gonna post it because I feel like for me it doesn't make any sense. Because go to work even though that's the way it's supposed to be, but it's gonna be tough. I'm not gonna post that. The same thing for the woman. If she see a post that says that treat your husband as a king, don't let him go to work. You should do everything for him. He should treat you should wake up 4 a.m. to prepare him like breakfast. When he's going to work, you gotta make him his lunch bag. Women gonna post that? No, they're not gonna post that because they're gonna say, "No, I'm not a slave. I'm not gonna do that. Why would I do that?" But if they see something now, oh, my husband has to do that for me, or my wife has to do that, is not. That's what they're gonna post. And then when you keep watching this kind of stuff, as I told you, algorithm is a big thing nowadays because they want to keep you on the platform. So they're gonna keep pushing that to you. And then after a week or a month, that's gonna implement into your mind, and you're gonna think this is normal for your partner to do, or it is
If
normal.
she's weak-minded, yeah.
Doesn't matter, P. Temptation is strong, my brother. As I told, that's
If
what
she's weak-minded,
Mr.
brother.
Pat. That's what I said after a month. Even you can get influenced easily.
About what?
Even in the Bible, it says, faith come into after listening over and over. So if you keep watching the same thing over and over after a month or 3 months,
You're gonna become what you watch.
exactly. So what are you talking
What
about?
you are what you consume.
Weak-minded. Exactly.
You are what you consume.
What are you talking about weak-minded? It's not about weak-minded. You have to choose wisely what you
But that's
watch
what I'm
or
saying.
you don't
So
watch.
like if you know better that you are what you consume, so make sure you pick wisely what you consume. Although that, the flesh is weak, there's a lot of things that you get yourself into that is hard for you to take away from. But as long as you're aware of it, that's a progress that you can actually get away from it. You feel what I'm saying? So like that's what I'm saying. So if you acknowledge that whatever you're consuming is bad, that's a plus. that's a plus for you to actually find ways to get out of get out this type of mindset, get out this type of you on consumers or not watching these consumers or not taking these in because you know it's bad for you. But yet again, the flesh is weak. A lot of times we consume things that are bad for us, but we continuously consuming them.
Exactly.
So that's where a lot of things come in play, like therapy and all this crap. But yes, but in general, so I'm strongly gonna agree on positive way of social media. Although that I know there's negativity. There's always negativity in everything in life. I know you think social media is gonna affect relationship, which you do have a point. I'm not saying you're lying, but I'm gonna focus on the part where social media can actually give you an idea, so you can bring more lightning into your relationship.
And I agree with you, Mr. But as I said, man, when it comes to social media in general, so obviously it could be a good thing. Social media could be a good thing, 50-50. But when it comes to relationship, if we're gonna focus on that topic, relationship topic, is it affecting relationship in a good or a bad way? For me, I think it's affecting relationship in bad ways. But does social media helps a lot? So of course,
Yeah.
especially if you know what you're looking for, or as I said, algorithm gonna give you whatever you're looking for, and then you think is helpful for you. Of course, it's gonna be helpful. I think we have a couple more comments.
Yeah, Wuku. I think Wuku said something about your statement earlier.
Okay.
She said, treat him like a king does not mean, quote unquote, don't make him go to work. It means pause. If he's gonna bust his ass to support his queen and lead by example to the masculine role of lead, provide, protect, then I don't know. Damn straight you gonna treat him like a king. I'll make him a sandwich on demand and some. Sandwich on demand and some. What do you mean by that? Yo, what is some Muku Mama? Yo, my guy gotta go to work weak. Yeah. Weak and strong, right?
Weak and strong at the same time.
Hey, yo. And she said, I'll post it on social media too. That's what I'm saying. So like, I believe her gonna post that in social media is probably telling somebody, hey, this is what you can do for your man. This is what you can do for your man. You know what I'm saying? So if it's that provider that you like, this is what you can do. This is how you can treat that man. And somebody gonna get influenced by that and start doing what Wuku Mama's doing. Give him some, and also make them sandwiches. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
But yeah, guys, we have room for 5 minutes for a color. If somebody wants to call, don't hesitate to dial the number. You're gonna see on
the screen, on
the left side, top left of your screen, or in the bottom, wherever the number pop ups.
Yes, sir.
But yeah, so if you guys want to call, go ahead and call, and so after that we're gonna close real quick. But before we close, Dr. G.
Yes, sir.
We gotta talk about something.
What is it, my brother?
We're gonna talk about the game, man.
The game? Oh yeah, definitely, definitely. Let's get it.
All right, guys. Before we close, we always talk about it. Red pill.
Yes,
Don't
sir.
take the blue pill.
Yeah. No, the blue pill.
You gotta be curious in life. You always have to be curious in life. That's why you take the red pill.
Yes, man.
So you know the truth.
Yes, sir.
So you know the truth. So you don't let society, influence you in a bad way. You always have to know the truth, and now you make your own decision.
Yep.
So, red pill.
Red pill it is. Guys.
This is where it's at. You want the gain. You want to adjust your endurance in the gym. This is where you go. You go to red pill.
Yep.
So you can use our code. What is it, Dr. G?
Big 10. BIG and then number 10.
Let's go.
Yes, sir.
And make sure you follow them on IG and get yours. And if you're a woman in a comment, you don't like working out, and if your husband or your partner is working out, get him that.
Yes.
And tell him that the iPodcast gurus
Told me to get it.
told you to get it.
Yes, sir.
And if he doesn't like it, let us know. We're going to refund you your money.
Definitely. And guys, this is not the only thing that they have. So go check them out on social media everywhere. TikTok, IG, YouTube, they're everywhere. So get yours, guys. And as Mr. Pat stated, so if you guys don't like it, you get your money back. What? You get your money back. You
get your money
as
back.
You guys can
what
see.
What do you have to lose?
What do you have to lose? Exactly. You want to get a biceps like Mr. Pat, as you can see on the screen. So get red pills, guys.
Let's go.
Let's get it. Let's go.
All right, guys. So seems like we do not have a color for tonight. So Dr. G, what is your last word for the people?
Mr. Pat, my last word for the people is that does social media affecting relationship in a bad or in a good way?
How does it affect relationship on a bad and a good way? Yeah, for sure.
I think it's affecting relationship in a bad way. So,
okay.
But there's exception in every rule, so it's up to you. If you choose wisely, be wise enough to choose to know what you're searching for on social media. You feel me? And general, does social media helps? Of course, it's gonna be up to you. As I be saying, like, when you change the way you look at the cups that you look at change. So look wisely, search wisely, whatever you can get any information on social media. So if this is what you use social media for, good for you. If you use it for nonsense, for I'm not gonna say nonsense. If you use it for drama or things that you think is gonna be good for you, good luck to you. At the end of the day, it's gonna be when it comes 30 like the nation be saying, when times comes in, you will know if you were right or not. So what am I to judge? Choose wisely, guys. Mr. Pat.
All right. Thank you for your last statement, brother.
Yes, sir.
Well, I mean, all I would say, social media will impact your relationship in various ways. It depends on how you go about it. So I'm gonna focus on the positive way that social media can affect the relationship. Mm-hmm. And it's through communication and I said communication and understanding, right?
Yes,
communication and understanding. Mm-hmm. We're using these two words a lot. For like 90% of our podcast, we're like communication and understanding. So yeah, because it's a major key, guys. Yes, sir. If you see anything that you see in social media that you can implement into your relationship, all you gotta do is communicate that to your partner. You don't have to be you don't have to hold a grudge and be mad and start giving attitude just because you saw something nice in social media that you apparently not getting in your relationship, and you think that this is the best way to actually send an alert to your partner so he can start acting right. I think it's the wrong thing. It's the wrong way of doing things. If you see something that you like and somebody's influencer couple post, you can easily communicate that to your partner and say like, hey, this is what I like. And if he says that he doesn't like doing that, obviously you will know the good things that he does. So let's just focus on the positive aspect of where social media can actually influence your relationship in a positive note, instead of see things and automatically assuming that my relationship is bad. But yeah, so on that note, this is definitely what I got for you guys. It's been great. It's been a pleasure. So we can talk about that. We're learning from you guys.
Yes.
As well as you guys are learning from us.
Indeed.
So it's always a goal every day on our podcast to learn from one another. Yes. Today we didn't have a color, but it's fine. But hopefully on the next episode, so then you're gonna have a color. We're gonna call it a night.
Yes, sir.
All right.